Good morning. It's Saturday, June 1st. I'm Stephanie Bertini in the Fox 5 newsroom. Thank you for joining us live on the Fox Local app. Former President Donald Trump speaking out after being convicted of falsifying business records.
It was a rigged trial. We wanted a venue change.
The charge, a felony punishable by either jail time, probation, or a fine. Trump vowing to appeal, calling this a rigged trial orchestrated by Democrats. President Biden reacting, saying such claims are dangerous and irresponsible. Pro-Palestinian protesters stormed the Brooklyn Museum last night. This after President Biden gave a speech saying Israel has offered a three-part proposal to Hamas that could potentially end the war. It would also lead to the release of the remaining hostages.
It's a roadmap to an enduring ceasefire and the release of all hostages.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has been formally invited to address Congress. No date has been set. Checking the forecast today, sunshine with highs in the 80s tonight. We dip into the 60s tomorrow, sun and clouds with showers at night. The NYPD stepping up security ahead of this weekend's Israel Day on 5th. And while there are no credible threats, police aren't taking any chances following recent pro-Palestinian protests here in the city, along with the current unrest in the Middle East. Fox 5's Michelle Ross has more.
Thousands of proud Jewish New Yorkers have come together every year on Fifth Avenue since 1964 to celebrate their heritage. This year, Israel Day on 5th, traditionally known as the Israeli Day Parade, will take place with extra security measures as the war in Gaza continues.
Everyone, all spectators who enter will be wanted by school safety division, school safety agents with magnetometers, along with our counterterrorism units.
There's no specific threat to New York City, but there is concern over protesters attempting to disrupt the day.
Peaceful protest is great. Violence, disorder, disruption, not permitted.
We're looking forward for those who want to participate to do so, and those who want to peacefully protest. You have a right to do so, but as we stated, and we want to emphasize, it's called peaceful protests.
There have been nearly 2,800 protests in New York City, with almost 1,300 related to the conflict in the Middle East. The event runs north from 56th Street to 74th Street, and there will be 5 access points along the route at 61st, 63rd, 66th, 68th, and 73rd Streets. And none of these items will be allowed in. Backpacks and large bags, umbrellas, coolers, and lawn chairs. The NYPD will also have its specialized units, including bike teams, aviation, and canine, and they'll use technology like drones. And while the gathering at its core is to celebrate Jewish heritage, the theme of this year is focused on the hostages.
This year's theme is a theme rooted in resiliency and solidarity with the people of Israel, Jewish New Yorkers, but also to speak with one voice again, bring them home.
And the NYPD also adds that it relies on the eyes and ears of the public. So if you see something, say something to a police officer. Michelle Ross, Fox 5 News.
An FDNY firefighter being praised for his heroic efforts while off duty. Joe Pendergast was heading to his Brooklyn firehouse yesterday when he saw smoke coming out of a Flatbush apartment building. He went in after learning a man trying to save his dogs was still inside. Pendergast convinced him to leave after seeing an e-bike on fire. Another e-bike exploded as they went out the front door. Other firefighters were able to rescue 4 of the dogs. Pendergast suffered burns to his arm. He may only be 12 years old, but he's already heading off to college. This Long Island student has been proving for years that age is just a number. Fox 5's Jody Goldberg shows us some of the many milestones he's already achieved.
Saborno Isaac Berry memorized the periodic table when he was just 2 years old. By 3, he was doing calculus. At 7, he was lecturing in India, and he graduated middle school at 10.
That's 1, that's 2, that's 3, okay.
Now he's 12.
That's the phenolphthalein indicator.
And he's counting down the days until his high school graduation.
The pH is now neutral. I try keeping myself to a high standard, even when you catch a strain of senioritis.
Saborno Isaac, who was named after Isaac Newton, is certainly living up to his name, given he's 5 years younger than most of his classmates. He was ranked in the top 22 of his class at Malvern High, and he got a 1500 on the SATs, just 100 points shy of perfection.
It's a hilarity by definition. I'm going to be attending NYU as part of the class of 2028. Hopefully 2027 if I get everything finished quick enough.
Saborna was also offered full rides to Fordham and Stony Brook, but he tells us NYU is one of the only universities that doesn't require freshmen to live on campus. His dad will double as his driver.
I'm very proud of him.
His older brother is also proud.
When I need someone to play with, it's him. When I need someone to annoy, it's him. And when I need to ask someone a question, it's also him. So it's super easy to forget he's only 12 years old.
Saborna transferred here to Malvern when he was in 4th grade, and by 5th grade, teachers made him an accelerated schedule. He would take high school classes in the morning and then 5th grade electives in the afternoon.
He truly is a child prodigy. He just gets it.
There isn't much Saborna doesn't get.
I can feel the chemistry inside me.
He does math in his free time.
X squared over 2. Most of the time, I really like the struggle that comes with learning.
He's always thinking, he's always creating, he's always challenging himself.
Challenging himself with historical hypotheticals.
Imagining what would happen if, for example, World War I never happened, or what would happen if, say, Italy never joined World War II.
As for the future,
I want to bring my teaching to these lower level schools.
Inspiring others with a love for learning that's helped him accomplish so much in such a short amount of time. In Malvern, Long Island, Jody Goldberg, Fox 5 News.
New York Liberty forward Breanna Stewart is launching a 3-on-3 league to keep her WNBA colleagues playing stateside during the offseason. The league will offer the highest average pay in pro women's sports. Fox 5's Jennifer Williams caught up with the basketball star.
We are being appreciated more here in the United States, and that's really the reality of it.
Liberty star Breanna Stewart and her former UConn teammate Nafisha Collier's 3-on-3 league Unrivaled is set to debut in January.
You see the moment and the movement that's happening behind women's sports, specifically the WNBA.
The average WNBA base salary is about $130,000. Many, including Stewart, have played overseas to supplement their income. This league promises to be an enticing option.
To have it be the highest average salary ever in women's sports history is huge, but also the equity piece, you know, knowing that these 30 players that commit, they're going to have a piece of this league for many years to come.
The league will run for 8 weeks. It will consist of 30 players divided into 6 teams that will play 2 games a week, and those games will be played on a court about 2/3 the size of a WNBA one.
With Stewie kind of spearheading that is pretty amazing, and knowing it's just going to create more opportunities, and so obviously excited to continue to hear more about it, hear more about who's participating in it.
Now, as to whether or not Stewie's teammate all-star guard Sabrina Ionescu will suit up for Unrivaled.
I don't know. I enjoy my time with my husband, the few months that I get with him in the off season. So as of now, I'm not really thinking about it too much, but who knows? I mean,
I'm going to just keep telling Sab to come, right? Sab! See?
But maybe the biggest dub of all for the reigning MVP? Getting to spend more quality time with her MVPs.
Being moms and having kids, being home for the holidays is something that's really important too.
In Brooklyn, Jennifer Williams, Fox 5 News.
A new outreach campaign is helping New Yorkers access financial support to cool their homes. The mayor's public engagement unit partnered with the Department of Social Services to conduct a community canvass in the South Bronx, connecting residents to the Home Energy Assistance Program's cooling benefit. The campaign allows New Yorkers to apply for an air conditioner or a fan. Applications and more information about eligibility can be found through Access HRA. Checking the weather again, it's a sunny and warm Saturday. Tonight, we dip into the 60s tomorrow. Sun and clouds with some rain. All right, that does it for us this morning. I'm Stephanie Bertini. Have a great day. And remember, Fox 5 News is always streaming here on the Fox Local app.